Hey guys, Kevin Z here from My Wi-Fi Networks, and in today's Wi-Fi Wednesday, I have a lot of amazing stuff to cover, so I'm going to rip through it really quick. I'm going to cover what we've launched in the last few weeks, then I'm going to go on to the new stuff. So welcome everyone who's watching live and also watching on the replay. So the new features in the last few weeks, as you know, we launched Connect with OAuth 2.0. What that is it allows you to connect to any third-party username and password system. We've already integrated with this with a few partners that have their own Google accounts or Microsoft accounts. It's great for office buildings, apartment buildings, but also shared office spaces. So anytime you have a lot of people coming and going, you just want to make sure that only the people that you want to be using the Wi-Fi are using the guest Wi-Fi. This is where that comes in. So it works really well with any OAuth 2.0 or single sign-on provider, and all of the details of how to set that up are in our support desk. It also works with OpenID, so any other login provider that uses OpenID, you can now integrate with our system. We also updated our campaign editor. We made things a lot easier to use and a lot more functional, so you have a lot more control over the fonts that you use, over the different colors that you have, the font sizes. All the styling and editing features have been enhanced. If there's anything that you'd like to see as well that we don't have there, please let us know, but I think we covered almost all ends to make your landing pages really unique. That includes you can now embed HTML into thank you pages, and we completely rebuilt it to make it much more responsive and faster to use. We also added additional multi-language options. So with that, you can have custom terms in different languages, and we're going to be extending that throughout the platform. We also have tons of new support videos, so check out support.mywifinetworks.com if you haven't already. We also launched QR codes in the system, and actually I'll just show you that really quickly where they can be found. So the QR codes in the system here are, let's say in the campaigns, when you're editing the campaign or creating them, right over here is that QR code. So if you're doing a a demo on a call just like I am with you guys kind of, on video, and you have clients who are on Zoom, you can tell them, and I've done this actually myself on a lot of my sales calls recently, is I build a campaign with the client and just kind of showing them how it's going to work, and then I tell them to pull their phones out. Stop what you're doing, grab your phone. What they do is they grab their phone. Inside your phone, as you all may or may not know, right over there, you can see there's the QR code scanner right inside my iPhone. It's also very prevalent in Android and in Chrome. And it's also, if you just take a picture of it, it'll also pull it up. And what happens here is it's going to scan it and then open up this experience so that the client, on the other end, can actually see it in their hands. They can feel it and they can kind of get, oh yeah, when I walk into a location and I connect with my phone, this is what I see. So sometimes, for those of you who are selling on Zoom, this is a huge thing that really small but really easy that you have that QR code immediately available to you. And as well, if you dive into the location itself, we have that QR code also available on whatever the active location is. So you'll see here in the top right, we have that little QR code there as well. Just zoom in so you can see it. My Zoom works. There we go. And you'll see it right up here. So if you click that, same thing. And then separately, we have another QR code for SSIDs. So this QR code, what's different is the first one is a preview, and preview of the campaign. It doesn't save data or anything. It's literally just for the person who's scanning that QR code to see what a guest would experience. Then separately inside location settings, under the general tab, we have the generate QR code to connect to the SSID. And what this will do is this is the QR code that you want to print out and put around your location. And I'll show you what happens when I scan this QR code. What's different. So we embedded the logo, the same logo that you use on the active campaign. And we also grabbed the SSID that you're using on the active campaign. So make sure that matches the SSID that's running at your location. I'll tell you why. So this is the SSID, it's 711. And if I pull up my QR code scanner over here and I scan this over here, to show you the experience. So it's going to tell me, do you want to join the Wi-Fi network 711? Okay, so if I did that, I click join, it would automatically connect me to the SSID and it would go through the flow. Okay, so that flow, what makes this really cool now is we also added a COVID-19 rapid screening process. So how that works is, for example, if I edit this current campaign that I'm working on, I can show you that we have some login options over here. I'm going to just keep things simple and kind of disable everything just so you can get a feel on it. Let me just kill all those. There we go. And then now what you can do is on the COVID-19 screener, you can set your title. So you have your title text, you have your question text, your success text, and your error text. So what happens here is when a guest connects, They'll agree to the terms, and the first thing they'll see is a question. Question can be asked by you. We have a standard question here that we ask in Canada, at least. In the US or anywhere you are in the world, feel free to change this. Obviously, check with your local government and kind of see the questions that they ask. You probably want to keep it in line with that. And it's a very simple screening process. One question. I think, there's some that ask you to, ask 10 questions, and I think you can get them all done in one question. If you have any of these, and I think the whole point of the other 10 questions, if you answer yes to any of them, you still can't enter the building, so why ask 10 questions? I think you can get the individual thinking about all the symptoms, and I think by now everybody knows if you're not feeling great, don't come in this location. And it's also a chance to remind people to wear masks. So for example, if somebody clicks on no, so no, I don't have symptoms, so thank you for completing the rapid screening test. Please be sure to wear your mask when inside the premises and maintain physical distancing. Okay, then it goes ahead to the login options. Okay, so that is like one cool tool that's used. And the awesome thing here is that because you can now have that QR code to scan, think about this flow. Okay, so the flow now becomes, hold on one sec, let me just I think I have the flow over here. Oh, I don't have the flow here. I was working on it on the other screen. Let me just pull it in so I can show it to you guys. One second. Anyways, the flow was just literally a bunch of screenshots, but I'll try to pull it up and share it in the group. Another announcement we made is the Radius AAA hardware. So what this is the ability to add any device that has AAA or Radius authentication, which is almost any cloud controller. So Huawei, IgniteNet, Peplink, Aerohive, any of the hardware that you've tried to use and you don't see the logo, you can now use it through our standard Radius AAA authentication. Show you where that is. It's inside devices. And when you add a new device here, well, I don't have the rights to add a new device as a sub-user, so I'll go out into my main dashboard. Sorry, actually in timeline. There we go. I'm going to add a new device over here. And here you can see the Radius AAA option. Whoops. Oh, sorry guys, I'm clicking a little too fast. Got a little, anytime I stream video, I get a little lag on my computer, and I don't think I click, and it takes a couple seconds. So here we go. I have the device name. Then I choose Radius AAA. You guys might see the lag. Everything is loading really slow. You can hear my keys versus the time it takes to type it in. But yeah, what you would do is enter all the MAC addresses, and then separately at our support desk, you'd want to grab all of the links from the AAA Radius setup. So I'll just hop on over and show you exactly where that is. And I shared this link as well in the Facebook group. You can see how low, this is Zendesk. Everything on my computer is just running really slow. Sorry guys. And here I will type in Radius or even AAA. Should show up. There we go. And what you want to do is, depending on your hardware manufacturer, they will typically have instructions on your end, and we will be creating instructions for every client or every type of manufacturer as we go. But essentially, you can use these standard Radius AAA settings and server settings and apply them to whatever cloud controller you're using. Use the AAA Radius setting right now on the device, and it will work great. If you need any help with this, please reach out to support, and we'll be happy to get on a call and help you walk you through this, pending that you know that your hardware supports this. And obviously you've tried it yourself, because it's pretty simple now with all the instructions that we have here. Cool. So again, if you have any questions to reference those support documents or check out any videos, check out support.mywifenetworks.com. And we also launched Connect with Office R&D. For those of you that are managing office spaces or know any office spaces or shared office spaces that are using Office R&D, we've now integrated directly with Office R&D to allow you to log in with your existing username and password. So if you know, like any of the shared office spaces that somebody would rent the office for a month, they would have a username and password associated with their account. Now they can use that same username and password to access the Wi-Fi to allow them to have a closed loop system. Anyways, thank you all for joining this Wi-Fi Wednesday live. I appreciate you guys watching it. And if you haven't yet, also make sure you check out this webinar we have on our website. It is Fighting Crisis with Wi-Fi Marketing. It's a webinar I did recently that kind of talks about the needs of current businesses in today's world. It's not about surviving. It's not about thriving. It's about surviving. Previously, businesses would look to grow and grow fast. Now businesses are looking just to keep the lights on. So use this as an opportunity to help those local businesses do what they need most. That includes COVID contact tracing, that includes guest registration, that includes capturing their data, remarketing to them, and making sure that they come back and bring their friends. Because without that, especially now, these businesses are not going to survive. So thank you everyone for joining me on today's call. If you have any questions, please reach out directly or through support. Thank you and talk to you soon.